So, Multiversus has returned after a year. Let's check it out, I suppose. I was one of the few people who was cautiously optimistic for the return of Multiversus, but I did not expect them to somehow make the game worse. They somehow should get a reward just for that. It somehow hurts my brain to think about everything that went wrong from the beta to the full release. I was going to talk about this in June, but I wanted to give them a chance to redeem themselves, fix everything, even if they clearly used all their chances. But it's been 2 months now and it still feels so much worse than the beta. It's not even close, which is not a good thing going from a beta to a full release. It's sad, the beta, in my opinion, showed a lot of potential in the platform part of the world. It had its problems even during the beta, but comparing it to now, it looks like a masterpiece compared to the full release. And the moment they announced they were going offline, it really soured the game's reputation. And rightfully so. But even then, I saw a lot of optimism for the return of Multiversus. Then, the game came out. Launch day player counts were solid with over 100,000 plus players. But people were easily catching on what was going on. Dear God, it has to be one of the most greedy games I have ever played. A single character can cost $10. So it can cost almost $300 for every character. No game costs that much, or you can grind a few days to unlock a single character. They're locking the character away from the audience they need to attract. But before I continue to rip the games into shreds, I might as well talk about some of the things I do like, such as the game's customizations being very fun and cute, overpriced in my opinion. Like seriously, $50 for a Joker and After Pack? I guess you have to pay for Mark Hamill somehow. Another thing I like is that the character movesets or design are really great, full of things that make the character feel more alive, and with the addition of interaction between the characters and most of the character's original voice actors reprising the roles. Of course, we have Mark Hamill as Joker, Kevin Conroy as Batman, may he rest in peace, and both of Bugs and Marvin, and Tom and Jerry for some reason, Jim Cummings as Taz, hell, you got Phil Moore as Samurai Jack, and Estelle as Garnet, and the roster itself is pretty solid, of course. You have DC, Looney Tunes, Scooby, and other really recognizable Warner Bros. Franchise represented. But they also have B-cuts like Iron Giant, Gizmo Shrimp from Gremlins, and they even have famous basketball player himself, LeBron James, who is not voiced by LeBron James. Oh, now we have to go back to the lots of the negatives. Alright, okay. Let's get the speed out of the way. The main joke about the game. In 2v2 and free-for-all, the speed is tolerable, since 4 players tend to make things more chaotic, so the slower speed helps things feel less overwhelming. But in 1v1, the speed is not good in the slightest. But you may be saying, look to that, and you're playing as Jason, one of the slowest characters in the game, so you're making the game look slower. No, I played other characters. The game is so much slower now. The game is also incredibly unbalanced, which is weird because most of the balance issues were resolved during the open beta. The events suck and just revolve around grinding. Guess what? Some of the mission requires skins or characters you might not even have. And the less we talk about the Agents Rift event from Season 1, the better. The servers are not that great. Enough said about that. And I can bet most of the bad decisions that plagued the game are most likely just Warner Bros. Wanted to take as much money as they can, just like the beta. And that's gonna kill the game in the long run. The player base isn't even cracking 10k players anymore. It sucks. It really sucks. I wanted this game to succeed, but the game just does not have any staying power. They were lucky that they even got a second chance. Most of it was the last chance. Multiversus is gonna fizz out just like the beta and become another unsuccessful live service game. Bravo, Multiversus. It was fun while it lasted. Speaking of Bravo, you should have Johnny Bravo.